Hello Maths Legends. Today we're going to be looking at estimating strategies and using rounding. Hopefully by the end of this one you'll be able to do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, including things like money and decimal places. Okay gents, we're going to be coming straight from our lounge chair tonight. What we're going to be doing is looking at how we're going to do estimating strategies to work out this addition problem. Now, the first thing you need to know when we do any kind of estimating strategy is there's no actual real correct answer. There are just suitable and unsuitable answers. Normally, when we're looking at estimating, using estimating strategies, we're just looking for a quick response. And the quick response might just be kind of gauging what we may need or how much we may need, but also maybe giving us around about an approximate answer so that when we're trying to find a proper answer, we can get the estimation, we know whether we're close or whether we need to go back and redo the sum again. So a lot of the time it can be used just to check in on your tests and things like that to make sure that you're in the ballpark figure. So we're going to look at addition first, and we normally use a rounding strategy here. So we're going to use either tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s to try and get an approximate amount. So if we have a look here, I'm going to use here what's probably the most appropriate rounding. I'm going to say probably to the closest hundred. So I'm going to rewrite my sum out. I'm going to go 900, 100, 400. I'm going to add them together. I'm going to put my line down. I'm going to say 9 plus 1 plus 4 equals 14. Add my two zeros. The approximate answer is going to be 1,400. And this can also happen when we use decimals as well, when you round to the closest one. Looking at the next number, we've got subtraction, and I've put a decimal in here so you can see it. So once again, it's about being the most suitable rather than necessarily unsuitable. So we'll have a look. Let's rewrite it. What are we going to round it to? Well, I'm going to round it to the nearest 10, I think. So I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to say, well, it's 90. I'm going to round to the next one, to the nearest 10, which is 40. So I'm going to go 90, take 40, equals 50. And we know then that our answer has to be somewhere around about 50. This can also happen if we don't have decimals. Once again, pick what the most appropriate is. Is it to the closest 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000? All right, with our multiplication, same thing again. Use the rounding method. We're going to do the same thing again, but with our rounding method, if we can get a number with zeros in it, we can use our knowledge of how to multiply with zeros and tens and hundreds and thousands to try and get our answer a lot easier. So if I have a look here and round, I'm going to round 713 to 700. And I'm going to multiply that 39, I'm going to round to 40. And we know straight away, cross off our zeros, add them to our answer. 1, 2, 3. 4 times 7 is 28. So our answer there has to be somewhere close to 28,000. Division's a tiny little bit different. I've moved through the others pretty quickly, so I can give you a bit of time to see how to do estimating strategies with division. All I'm going to look at here is I'm going to look at either the first or the second number. Now, if I look at the first number and I go 8 into 4, how many times does 8 fit into 4? Well, it doesn't happen. So then we're going to join them together and we're going to look at how many times does 8 fit into 42. Well, I know 8 fits into 42 5 times with a couple left over 2. I'm not going to worry about those twos. I'm just going to add zeros for the rest of the numbers after. So I know my answer has to be somewhere near 5,000. Here's another example. If I was to do 4 into 86,132, once again I would go how many 4s fit into the first number, which is 8, which is 2. I'm just going to write zeros down for every other number. So you can see there straight away that I look at the first number and how many does it go in, then I add zeros to the rest, and that estimates it really quickly for me. All right, now it's your turn, gents. There's 4 sums up there: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I'm going to come back in a second when you if you stop the video now, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to have a crack, and then I'm going to show the answers. Okay, hopefully you've found those quite easy. Let's have a look at the first one. Let's rewrite it. 90, 20, 40. Let's add them together. 90 and 20 is 110. Add 40 is 150. The next one, I'm going to change it to 200. I'm going to change it to 90. And then it leaves me with 110. With my multiplication, I'm I'm going to change it to 700 and change it to 40. See there, I've done it the same way as before. I was hoping you would notice. 3, 4, 28. And the last one here, look at the first number. How many 5s fit into 5? 1, add the zeros. Okay, that's all we have about estimating, gents. If there's any questions, please write them in your diary and bring those with you to class tomorrow. That'll give you an opportunity to ask any questions if you're still struggling with the